Om Sri Gurupyo Namaha. Gurayarappa Sharanam. Here we are to Dasakam 47 of Narayaniyam, which is Ulugala Bandhanam. That is tying Krishna to the mortar by Yashoda. Srimad Bhagavata, Skanda 10, chapter 9 is condensed here. Once Mother Yashoda was churning butter. At that time, Krishna appeared there and was hungry. He wanted her to stop the churning and feed him first. Mother Yashoda took her son on her lap and started feeding. While Krishna was sucking the milk, Yashoda smiled and enjoyed the beauty of her child Krishna. Suddenly, the milk which was on the stove began to boil over. Just to stop the milk from spilling, Mother Yashoda at once put Krishna aside and went to the stove. Interrupted in the middle of drinking milk, Krishna became very angry and, taking up the churning rod, immediately broke the butter pot. He took butter out of it and, with false tears in his eyes, he began to eat the butter in a secluded place. In the meantime, hearing the breaking noise, Yashoda returned to the churning place and saw the broken pot in which the churning yogurt had been kept. Since she could not find her boy, she concluded that the broken pot was his work. After she sought all over, she found her son sitting on a big wooden grinding mortar, which was kept upside down. He was taking butter from the pot and he was feeding it to the cats. Krishna saw Yashoda coming towards him with a stick in her hand, and he immediately got down from the grinding mortar and began to flee in fear. Yashoda chased him to all corners, trying to capture the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is never approached even by meditations of great yogis. In other words, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, who is never caught by the yogis, was playing just like a little child for such a great devotee as Yashoda. Yashoda, though tired, somehow reached her naughty child and captured him. Mother Yashoda then threw away her stick. In order to punish him, she thought to bind his hands with some ropes. She did not know that it was actually impossible for her to bind the Supreme Personality. Mother Yashoda was thinking that Krishna was a tiny child. She did not know the child had no limitation. There is no inside or outside of him, nor beginning or end. He is unlimited and all-pervading. Indeed, he is himself the whole cosmic manifestation. Still, Mother Yashoda was thinking of Krishna as her child. Although he is beyond the reach of all senses, she endeavored to bind him to a wooden grinding mortar. But when she tried to bind him, she found that the rope she was using was too short, that is, by 2 inches. She gathered more ropes from the house, added to it, but still she found the same shortage. In this way, she connected many ropes available at home, but when the final knot was added, she saw that it was still 2 inches short. Yashoda was smiling, but she was astonished. How is it happening? In attempting to bind her son, she became tired. She was perspiring, and the garland on her head fell down. Then Krishna, seeing his mother tired and frustrated, and being compassionate upon her, gave up to be bound up by the ropes. Krishna, playing as a human child in the house of Mother Yashoda, was performing his own selected pastimes. Of course, no one can control the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but for his part, the devotee never forgets his own position of surrender. Similarly, the Lord also feels transcendental pleasure by submitting himself to the protection of the devotee. This was exemplified by Krishna's surrender unto his mother Yashoda. Now we will see the slokas here. Ekada vimathakarinīṃ mādaram samubasedi vanbhavan stanyalolupataya nivarayan angametya papivan payodharao. Once, when thy mother was churning the curd, you approached her in the eagerness to be breastfed. Obstructing her churning, you climbed up her lap and sucked her breasts. Ardhapīdakuja kutmale tvayi snigdhahasa madhurananambuje dugdamisha dahane parisrudam dartumashu janani jagamate. Hare, though had halfway sucked her lotus bud-like breasts, with a charming smile playing on the sweet lotus-like face, then the mother went away in a haste to quickly hold the milk which had overflown on the fire. Samipīdarasabhanga sangada krodhabhara paribudha chedasa manda dandamubhagrihya padidam handa deva dadhibhajanam tvaya. O Lord, having drunk halfway and as a result of the joy being interrupted, your mind was overcome with great anger. Hare, then taking up the churning rod, the curd pot was broken by you. Uchchaladhvanidhamuchchagaistada sannishamya janani samadruda tvadyasho visaravadarshasa sadya eva dadivistridam shidau. Your mother came running when she heard the loud sound rising of the pot being broken. Right then, she saw the curd spreading on the floor, even like thy pure, unblemished fame spreading in the universe. Veda marga parimargidam rusha tvamavikshya parimargayandyasau sanda darsha sugrudinyulukhale diyamana navanida modave. Though who are sought after through the path of Vedas were not seen anywhere by the angered mother, she, the fortunate one, searched everywhere and saw thee sitting on the mortar, feeding butter to the cat. Tvam pragrihya bada bhidi bhavana bhasuranana sarojamashusa rosha rushida mukhi sakhi puro bandhanaya rasana upadade. Yashoda, with her face expressing great anger, hastily caught hold of thee, whose lotus-like face was looking very sweet with a pretended fear. As her friends watched, she took a rope to tie thee up. Bandhumichadiyameva sajjana stambhavandamayi bandhumichadi saniyujya rasana gunan bahun dvangulo naga makhilam kilaishada. All good men want to bind themselves to thee alone in devotion. That you, Hare, Yashoda, desiring to tie, found the length of the rope short by 2 fingers, even though she attached many pieces of ropes to lengthen it. Here, Sri Bhattacharya uses the word twice, bandhum ichchadi. Each bandhum is used in a totally different sense. Here, Bhagavan did not grow in size like Vamana avatar. Still, the rope was found to be little short always. Hare, this is his Maya. No one can measure him. विस्मितोत्स्मितसखीजनेक्षितां स्विन्नसन्नवपुषं निरीक्ष्यतां नित्यमुक्तवपुरप्यहो हरे बन्धमेव कृपयान्वमन्यथा. As the mother's friends were smilingly watching with wonder, you saw her body perspiring and exhausted due to the effort. Oh, Hari, you who are the ever free being, out of compassion, accepted the bondage. Allowing Yashoda. Khale khale agada bhavanameva sayada प्रागुलूखलबिलान्दरे तथा सर्पिरर्पितमदन्नवास्तिदाः. As Yashoda went back into the house, she said, "Oh, naughty boy, stay tied like this to the mortar for long. You stayed there eating the butter which you had earlier placed in the cavity of the mortar. यद्यपाशसुगमो विभो भवान् सम्यदक्किमु सपाशयानया एवमादिदिविजैरभिष्टुदो वादनाथ परिपाहि मङ्गदाद." O all-pervading being, if thou are easily attainable to the desireless apasha people who are not bound by desire, how was it that Yashoda was able to secure thee with a pasa, that is rope, for binding? Though whose glories were thus sung by the gods in the heaven, Guru Ayappa, may you save me from my ailments. It is true that only desireless can attain Bhagwan. Yashoda, maybe in frustration, gave up her desire to tie Bhagwan. That is when she was able to achieve it. With this, the Ulugala Bandhanam, the saga 47 of Narayaniam is completed. We will now listen to Damodara-Ashtagam slokas. In northern India, October-November month, that is Kartika Masam, is known as Damodara month. And there, people chant this Damodara.
Idam te mukhambojamatyantanīlair vratam kuntalai snigdha raktaischa gopya muhushchumbitam bimba raktadharam me manasya virasthamalam lakshalabhai. नमो देव दामोदरानन्त विष्णो प्रसीद प्रभो दुःखजालाब्धिमग्नम् कृपादृष्टिवृष्ट्यातिदीनं बतानु गृहाणेश मामज्ञं यद्याक्षिदृश्य इति दृक्स्वलीलाभिरानन्दकुन्दे स्वघोषं निमज्जन्त माख्यापयन्तम् तदीयेषु भक्तैर्जितत्वम् पुनः प्रेमतस्तं सदा वृत्तिवन्दे वरं देवमोक्षं न मोक्षावतिं वा न चन्यं वृणेऽहं वरे साधपीह इदं देवपुरनाथ गोपालबालम् सदा मे मनस्या वीरास्तां किं मन्यै.